Actually, let's start with the 3 and Out sneak peek. If you'd like, you can go check this out right now at the official The Middle Classholes Facebook page. It reads like this. Wes, we will start with you. Would you rather have aliens be real and covered up by the government, or have no extraterrestrial life at all in the universe?
I feel like you picked this specifically for
I'm glad you started with him.
And I know I almost feel like you planned this out to get a rise out of me. And I just, oh man.
Actually, Wes, I did think of you when I had this question, but this gives you the opportunity to clarify your point on aliens. It has everything that you need. Now, you can say, I'm going to read the question one more time for you, just so I can show you that this is specifically tailored for you. Would you rather have aliens be real, but they are covered up by the government? So they're a real thing, but the government's not going to let you know about them. Or, here's where you fit in, there is no extraterrestrial life, and we're completely aware that there's no extraterrestrial life. Which do you choose?
Yeah, it's now, option one, do I know that, but no one else knows it? Or am I oblivious to it too?
No, you are aware. You specifically are aware that aliens are real, but you are also aware that the government is covering it up. Now, you can handle that however you choose. You could say, all right, I know it, and I'm going to accept it, or I'm going to go straight QAnon on the world, and I'm going to try to prove this thing and try not to end up in the ground.
Just, I would end up becoming some of the people that I despise, based upon, trying to like push the agenda of some of these conspiracies. But if I ultimately always want to be aware of what's true and what is either known or known even in a fraction, the truth, awareness. I I guess ultimately, if people aren't agreeing with me, or people, the vast majority, or the government's doing their best to cover it up, you run the risk of running Beaver Road detail 25 miles south of the Canadian border. But then also, what? The second option is they don't exist?
At all.
Man, people are going to hate me. I feel like I've lived really well and the world's done really well with them not existing. So what would be the point of trying to fight the federal government and know about it? I don't really care about all of it. I'll go with option number 2. They don't exist.
They don't exist at all. Okay. I'll come back to you because, maybe they do exist and the government's just covering them up. But Alan?
I think we know where I land in this camp. I'll go with exactly what has happened since the 60s, which is they exist, but the government covered them up until they were like, oh, the country's on fire? Hey, guys, guess what? We have aliens.
Yeah.
And then they just
100%.
walked off. They just fucking walked away.
So are you finding solace in the fact that you know they exist and you're okay with the government covering them up because you at least do know they exist? Like, okay, good. Thankfully, I know, but Jesus.
Yeah, and I get it. And, I totally get it. Fucking 60s America, we would have the country would have just fucking crumbled. We wouldn't have been able to. We didn't have the mental capacity to handle that then. Now it's like, oh, flying stuff. Yeah, you've been telling us about that since the fucking 80s. Remember the Jetsons, you dicks? Thanks. So now I think as a populace, we're like, yeah, okay, thanks government, we knew. Thanks for coming clean. Versus in the 60s, nothing. It would have been terrible. It would have been just awful.
So the way I'm going to answer this question might surprise you, Wes, because I know you know that I love aliens. I love Bigfoot. I love the paranormal. There's really not a lot of hootsy-footsy things that I'm not a fan of. However, I am actually choosing to have no extraterrestrial life in the universe at all because I like things to be conclusive. And I feel like if we finally came to the conclusion that there was no extraterrestrial life at all in the world, we figured it out, it's a done deal, that's extra room for my brain to roam to other areas, like Bigfoot or the paranormal, somewhere else. I can finally put aliens to bed, and then I don't have to try to break through some conspiratorial government cover-up. So I would prefer to have the definitive answer, which is no extraterrestrial life in the universe. However, I got to say, Definitely in the minority here, you and I, because it is the consensus on Facebook is unanimous. Everyone wants aliens to be real, even if they are in fact covered up by Uncle Sam himself.
Yeah.
Which again, it kind of shocks me because the other part with aliens not being real is if they do have technologies that are so much superior than ours, there's still the chance that they could come and just wipe us clean off the face of our own planet. And so if there is no extraterrestrial threat, then we can just kill ourselves and we don't have to worry about these outside influencers.
It was certainly unanimous on the Facebook comment thread. I saw that, and I'm not saying I was shocked. I was just maybe I was hoping for one, someone like-minded. But I get it. It's I want to know that you want to know about ET, you want to know about Independence Day, you want to know about the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And that thing comes walking off the.
God damn it!
Here we go.
Not doing it.
I'm going to be disappointed if you don't.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bob. Can't go for it.
That's what he sounds like. It's so funny.
Oh, shit.